What's up, San Diego? Welcome to Gwynn and Chris live here from American Family Field. The boys, of course, back in the studio, the Bill Howe studio. We know how. And the Padres begin a weeks-long road trip in which they'll play 6 games. They'll start with the Brew Crew here. Gentlemen, how are you?
Well, some people call me a lady from time to time.
I was going to say ladies and gentlemen, but there's no ladies in here, so there you
I'm
go.
doing great, Tony. How about you, Chris?
Oh, I woke up in first place today, right? So feeling pretty good.
Oh, they are in first place. I thought you were talking
great.
fantasy baseball, but
Oh God, no, that would I'd be walking on air if that were ever the case.
you would look like Trey rounding the bases after
I
a home
would
run.
after the home run, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we're in
Yeah.
first place. Thank you to the Gigantes last night, and nothing wrong with sitting in the top spot a quarter of the way through the season. Yeah, especially when everybody just pretty much assumed that we were playing for second place once again this year, but so far not the case. Dodgers have, we've been complaining about the Padres not hitting. Dodgers aren't exactly tearing the cover off the ball, even though they're hitting a higher average. They're not scoring a lot more runs, and Shohei Ohtani's now an 11-game home run drought. So pretty soon he'll be catching up to Fernando.
Yeah, no kidding. That would be something.
Yeah.
You guys know
Padres
you guys know how I like to listen to Dodger radio when the Padres aren't on because they make fun of the Dodgers all the time. Well, they were talking last night
about that.
that show.
Is this DV talking?
No.
Okay.
No, he angers me, so I can't listen to him. But no, they were talking about Shohei and his struggles and everything, and they said that he's struggling so much he's actually doing batting practice on the field, which I guess he never does, and he's trying different things, and they were just making it seem like he is seemingly lost right now.
Well, he should have listened to Tony Gwynn Jr., who told him not to, concentrate so much on pitching. He said he wanted to win the Cy Young Award this year, and he may do that, but Tony reminded us, if we were paying attention, that hitting is not something you can just kind of, stop practicing. And, it seems to be taking, having an effect.
Right. And
6 home runs is all this guy. He's hitting 240 with 6 home runs. It's incredibly pedestrian for a guy, who has done what he's done the last few years at the plate.
I just point out that's not to say that Shohei isn't working as hard at
Right.
hitting, but he put in the universe that he wanted to kind of put a little bit more focus towards pitching, and he's doing that, and he looks like he's going to win a Cy Young right now. But I think it's also important to remember, since he's been to LA, he got to spend about a year and a half only focusing on hitting because he had Tommy John, he wasn't pitching. And so really this is the first full season in which he's got to actually from start to finish. I think he started about halfway through last year where he was kind of doing both, right? And he was going nuts, but having to do it for a full season now where he's locked in on both pitching and hitting, I think it's there's a reason why there's only one of them. And so I'm not surprised that he is struggling on one side, especially the hitting side, since he did say he wants to kind of lock in on pitching.
Yeah, well, I hope he continues to struggle. I mean, the Dodgers, Sean has pitched well. Wroblewski has been pretty good. I think he had a bad outing Sunday.
Yeah.
But other than that, their starting staff has been very inconsistent. And, of course, they're without Diaz at the back of their bullpen. Tanner Scott's done fine, but their bullpen is nowhere near as deep any longer as I think what the Padres have. They've been trying to shuffle guys in and out, trying to find the right combinations. But, I was just looking at the statistics, hitting and pitching, which usually are 2 pretty good indicators of how good a team is. The Dodgers have the 3rd best ERA in baseball, and they have the 2nd best OPS in baseball. By way of comparison, the Padres have the 16th best ERA and the 27th best OPS, but the Padres are ahead of them in the standings. So statistics are just that, I guess, sometimes, and that's kind of the way things have gone this season. The big deal is that the Padres continue to be the best team in baseball from the 7th inning on. When games
They
are
are
won.
indeed.
Yeah.
They are indeed the best team in that from that point on. We do have a Padre lineup if you guys want to jump into that. Jackson Merrill back in that leadoff spot. He'll be in center. Toddy will be in the 2-hole. He'll play second base. Manny at third. Miguel Andujar in the cleanup spot. Designated hitter. Xander. Sheets, first base. Nick Castellanos gets to start in right field. And Ramon Laureano in left. Freddie Fermin behind the dish. Boom.
Oh, yeah, left-handed. Or no, right-handed pitcher today.
Right-hander.
I thought a lefty. I don't know where they're.
Brandon Sproat.
Wrong youngster, yeah, Sproat.
That name, Sproat.
That's a tough name. Tough name. And the Padres, by the way, if anybody hadn't heard, are doing the opener thing again with Bradley going in the first inning and, piggybacking with Waldron after that. It worked very well last week. A couple of things about the lineup. I mean, Castellanos has to, keep it going here, and I get this. Sun Song did have 2 hits in his very first game and jumped on the scene with a splash. I don't think he has a hit since. And so he's sitting out. Fernando at second base. I don't know. The Padres have done a good job, and Stammen's done a good job of mixing it and moving everybody around all year. So not surprised that, he's given guys a day off here and there. And have you heard anything about Jake? Is he on this trip, Tony?
No, Jake is not on
Not even on the trip.
I talked to him on Sunday before we left.
So I'm assuming the 7-day concussion list is going to be a lot longer than 7 days for him, unless they fly him out quickly.
If he's not on a trip, then it's probably going to be longer.
Yeah. So it's something I was keeping an eye on.
Yeah. What else we got? Padres are in first place as we kind of went over to. How about the Giants putting it on the Dodgers 9-3 in yesterday's ball game? That's in LA, isn't it?
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Yeah.
And did you see the celebration at the end of the game for the Dodgers outfielders?
The Dodgers outfielders.
Dodgers or the Giants?
I'm sorry, Giants outfielders. Yes. Did you guys see it?
What is you have a problem with their celebration there, Skraby?
What is it though?
I don't know. What did they do?
Let them have fun. They seem like they're enjoying themselves.
They get into a circle, the outfielders, and they bump crotches.
I think it's evolved. I think I've seen them try to push each other's faces close together. I think I've seen them. It's just kind of evolved into what it's now. Now what they're doing.
It's going viral on the internets.
Well, the Giants haven't won as many games as a lot of teams, so it's still a work in progress.
That's true. They haven't practiced
their win celebration, but they've beaten the Dodgers 3 out of 4, and they've given the Padres a difficult enough time, right? 3-3 against the Padres, so equal opportunity there. I just appreciate the fact that the Dodgers, I mean, I'm not paying as close of attention, but the fact that they've fallen behind the Padres, I mean, it's been a while since they've, put any kind of streak together. I mean, they've been really scuffling for a while. Mookie Betts did come back last night hitting 188, which is not Mookie Betts like, obviously. And, let's take advantage of it while we can, I think, if you're the Padres. So
I would like to bring up your tweet from last night because it got a reaction.
Why?
Let's just say.
I don't understand it.
Well,
what do you?
Chris's tweet.
Read the tweet.
Okay,
I thought we would save it for a whole segment. You're doing it with 1 minute left to go. I was going to try to talk more about it.
Let's do it later then,
because it has taken on a life of its own, Tony. I don't really understand it because
let's wait.
Yeah, we'll wait till next segment.
Yeah, let's wait till next segment because I haven't seen anything. So this is like really how it should be for instant replay. This is just like you just send it to them and then say, "What do you think?" versus the call on the field.
Thank you for that, Chris. It's.
Just wait until the next segment. My God.
I'm trying to extend Chris right now.
What is it about this tweet? Oh, my goodness.
The union and Major League Baseball began some negotiations over the labor deal. So at least they're meeting. Chris, you said that you would at least want them to meet.
Okay, good. Excited.
I mean, this is all inevitable. They were always going to meet at some point. It's just we didn't know what the time was. So now we got a little dose of them finally, shaking hands, or at least showing up in the same room. I don't know about shaking hands.
What I read was it was just preliminary. Here's our official preliminary stance on our talks type of thing. So I don't think anything new came out of it. Or they got any closer to it.
Well, they could have just officially told each other that they're not going to make any kind of real concessions until, the 12th hour,
probably
in December. So I guess it's fun.
It ain't gonna be December if they're gonna lock them out.
Well, the contract or the CBA expires on December 1st, correct?
Okay, December 1st.
Right, but they won't announce a lockout on December 1st. It'll be a little later before that happens.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen, guys.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen.
Let's get to break. How about that?
Okay.
More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
For the most in-depth
Chris, hello. Tony Gwynn Jr. Let me read you a couple of these, and then I'll let Skraby take us through this tweet, which has probably gotten more response than just about any tweet I've ever put out, ever. And I had
people chase this.
Yeah,
Chris.
I had absolutely no. Anyway, I'll explain in a minute. You have to take this down, or you still have time to take this down. How do you get paid to talk baseball? My God, man, what a terrible post. Chris doesn't understand launch angle. Brutal stretch. Probably the dumbest bleep I've ever read. Those were the nice ones.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing.
I'm just reading them. I don't care because I didn't mean anything by this tweet. And I think everybody, I guess everybody is trying to. I'll let Skraby read the tweet. We talked about this on the air yesterday, first of all, and we discussed how ironic, and that was the whole word. The whole word I used was ironic. That somebody with the highest the highest launch angle doesn't mean the best. It just meant that he had the highest, right? In Cedric Mullins, he's got the highest launch angle. That's a fact. And it's also a fact that he has the lowest OPS. I just thought that was ironic. That's all I meant by posting this. However, people have run with it, Tony. And
so?
Well, I'll let Skraby explain it because he's knee deep in this, and he couldn't wait to
this is not
attack
true.
me about it when I got in here. So,
in it, huh?
I mean,
well, read the tweet and then explain what the issue is.
Real quick, what was the word you used?
Ironic.
I just wanted to play the Atlanta sound effect. Neither of you laughed. That is unfortunate.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny. That was
she had
pretty
a song
funny.
called Ironic.
Yeah,
so very good.
Isn't it ironic?
Say your own jokes are funny.
Well, it would have been funnier if you would have played the song Ironic,
Well,
but
I
you
wish
didn't
I
play
had
that
it.
song.
I wish
so,
I had it. Here's the
joke.
tweet.
All right.
Everyone is trying, and he posted the picture of Fernando. Everyone is trying to fix this guy, and many think his low launch angle, 2.8, is to blame. Is it really? Well, the MLB leader in launch angle is Tampa Bay's Cedric Mullins, 32.7, who also has MLB's worst OPS, 436, among qualified players. Baseball emoji.
All right, so what I should have done is said the guy with the highest launch angle is Cedric Mullins. I said the leader, so that was misspeaking because everybody has gone to town on how stupid I am, thinking that Cedric Mullins has the best launch angle in baseball. I guess that's is that what it is? Explain to me more, Skraby, what I'm missing, because I mean, really, Tony, I've got like hundreds of responses to this, and that very rarely ever happens.
Well, I think people are thinking that I'm trying to put this nice because I'm not trying to.
Just don't put it nice.
I think people are thinking you think that higher launch angle means better distance on the ball.
Yes, I get it. I know that's what they think I'm thinking. They think I don't know anything about baseball and I'm stupid.
Well, because I
used the word leader and I didn't use the word that he has the highest launch angle.
I
which
also
is
would
the
have
number that he
used
has.
ironic as
That's
well.
the reason why.
What's that?
I would have used the word ironic as well. But
all right, well, I didn't. So maybe it's a poorly worded tweet. But anyway, it is interesting because if you write about 10,000 tweets in a row that make perfect sense, there's no response. And I guess if there's one tweet that, is deemed to be idiotic, oh my goodness, the reaction from everybody. And fine, go ahead. I'm glad you guys are all reading all of these and breaking them all down.
Well, I did a little research project.
Well, all I'm saying is that I didn't really get the whole blow up to this because I really didn't even mean anything by it. I wasn't trying to be critical of anybody or anything. I was just pointing out something that I found to be kind of strange.
You got to understand, people on the internet don't care. They will read it how they want to read it.
What is? I want to hear your research you did. What is the research?
So I was looking at the optimal launch angle, and the optimal launch angle, according to MLB.com, is between 8 and 32 degrees. So of course, Fernando 2.8.
That's a large number.
That covers every hitter in baseball.
But that's what they say. 8 through 32. Above that is a pop up. Below that's a ground out kind of thing. Now, it's also in conjunction with the exit velocity. So Kyle Schwarber has a 23.1 average launch angle with an average exit velocity of 92.7. If you go to like Aaron Judge, he has a lower launch angle, 15.1, I'm assuming because of height, but his average exit velocity is 94.4. So basically, like if you're looking at Bogey. Bogey has the most home runs on this team. His average launch angle is 8.9. His average exit velocity is 88.1. So you have to hit the ball hard and with a good launch angle.
But was I saying that? Was I saying that you don't need to hit the ball hard? Was it said anywhere in my post?
Real quick. I love that we have new, and this has been something I expressed a long time ago. We have like these new words to express hitting the ball hard.
What's the new word that you took umbrage with?
Exit velocity.
Yes. I didn't take umbrage with it. I just think it's funny.
And people are saying 8 to 32 degrees is wild. Yes, it is, but it literally is on MLB.com. And it's the reason is most of the home run hitter launch angles average are between like 15 and 23 with a above 93 mile an hour exit velocity on average.
So just going off what you said, it's obvious that it can be done other ways because Bogey has an 8 something.
Yes.
And an average exit velocity of 88. So, like, this is not.
I guess I would have to go back and look at each homer and see how hard he hit each homer.
But at the end of the day, it's based off of his average ball off the bat, not just his homers. Obviously, when anybody hits a homer, they've obviously hit it hard. Like, it
can't be possible to hit a home run if you don't hit the ball with some sort of exit velocity, right?
Correct. There has to be.
Could I tweet that out and be okay, or would I be stupid to tweet that out as well?
I think you need to maybe read your tweets like 75,000 times.
I read them 75,000 times. I read them, and I appreciate everybody thinking that I don't know anything about baseball. Which, okay, I guess I don't. What I don't know about when it comes to baseball is how launch angle is that relevant, and I think all of these things we're discussing right now are proof that launch angle isn't that relevant unless it goes with the exit velocity and all of the other things. But launch angle itself is immaterial. And I guess that's what I meant most by this post. It's not that I don't understand launch angle. I get the idea, the bat's at a certain angle. I just think it's incredibly ridiculous that we base so much on it.
I mean, most people don't. I should say most people who are in the game don't. I think it's just the numbers for the spectators to be able to have good conversation or arguments or whatever it may be. I will say this, although the number of between 8 and 32 is large, right? We'd all agree, seems large. When we're talking degrees, I don't even know that you'd be able to. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it with the naked eye from 7 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just we're talking like very small movements that all of a sudden change the trajectory of how the ball comes off your bat.
All right. Can we also add one thing to this discussion of who knows baseball and who's smart about baseball and what it takes to really be smart? Because you can call up a website, in this case, what is it called, Skraby? The one with all Savant.
Baseball Savant.
Because you can press a button and call up a website Savant and read the numbers on that website does not tell me you know a thing about baseball. Tells me you can read a website.
Now you're just offended that people were made fun of you.
But
you're putting words in my mouth, which you do often.
I don't know why you're so aggressive about this. Jeez,
just let me talk for a second and don't.
Because the guy
don't get involved. You're not involved.
The guy acts like people are attacking him, and why did they do this?
That is absolutely not what I've said once.
By the way, did you read? I thought you just read the tweets. I felt like my man was totally he was an idiot.
No, it was the response to it. I'm out of this because Chris wants me out of this. So
good. This. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I've lost all my trains of thought, so it's okay. It's okay. I apologize for trying to, even broach into the world of analytics. How stupid of me.
You don't need to apologize, man.
It was pretty hilarious. And Skraby says that he didn't, say anything. He and Adam, the first words out of their mouth when I walked in the door is, "Wow,
let me in with this."
That was a pretty spicy tweet.
That was Adam. I did not
I'm
say
like,
a word.
spicy? What was spicy about that?
The reaction was spicy.
Listen, people. I mean, the thing that you were saying is true, and that might not make people happy, but like, just because you can call up a website and regurgitate some numbers doesn't mean you actually understand how those numbers correlate all the time. I mean, you learn the game of baseball by watching it. I'm not even saying you got to play it, but like watching it consistently, like all the time. That's how you learn about the game and figure out things. But, I wouldn't put too much stock in it, Chris, man. You might as well
I thought it was interesting to have a segment about because everyone had such a crazy reaction to it. So there is my thoughts. And I do think there is something to this notion that analytics have made a lot of people who don't really know baseball that well think that they know the game now because they can read analytics. And I think understanding analytics is wonderful, but overrated. And is it not true that most people think Fernando's 2.8 launch angle is, quote, too low?
It's not
Yes.
optimal.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
But then Cedric Mullins' launch angle is too high because this is like
obviously
32 point
so.
something.
But the funny
Not
thing
really,
is,
not according to the MLB thing you read, is 8
It said 8 to 32. It didn't
He
say
was
8
in
to
the range.
32.9.
He's in there.
he's
I'm
in the
just
range
saying.
just about. Honestly, there in the top launch angle, the highest number launch angle, not best, highest number of launch angle. About half the guys in there are really good power hitters, and half the guys aren't.
Yeah,
So it really doesn't 100% tell me too much.
you've offended
It
some of the people that do like analytics because you said that they were stupid.
That is Did I say that once?
Definitely not what
That's
he
not
Hey
what
now.
I said.
Hey, now I am a nerd. Watch yourself. As a software engineer, all the details matter. The numbers matter. One change to input can make a huge difference in software behavior.
All I said was because you can read a number doesn't mean you know baseball. I did
Hey.
not call one person stupid.
Yo, that's hilarious though, because the reality is someone heard stupid.
Yes, you know who did? You know who did? Him.
Do you know what is a good one too, Chris? They want you to remember that people on Twitter are illiterate, so don't worry about that. They did. They said it.
Nice.
They said it. Yeah. I mean, you can't worry about people who can't read. So
That is that's true. They don't actually know. They're just reacting to what everybody else is reacting to.
is anybody
at
else
that point.
sweating right now?
No.
No, you are because you thought
Sweating.
Chris was talking about you.
I didn't even interact with the tweet. I just put the screenshot into the thing
You showed up was out here playing number one defender though for a second, and then you bowed
because
out.
I do understand what people are saying. Because the first time I read that tweet, I was like, okay, that doesn't really equate. But then I thought about it and I was like, I see what he's saying. But people don't think about it, Chris. They read it once and they go with it. That's it.
Good for them. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from because it created such a stir. I thought maybe people would want to know what I was thinking. And I honestly was just trying to point out something that I found great irony in.
Should I play Atlantis again?
No, don't try that. It failed once.
Okay.
It's not gonna be better
I'm trying
the
to break
second
the
time.
ice before we go to break.
Well, we need to go to break because I need to go down and listen to
Go
Mr. Stammen.
go see if you can find something out about launch angle and report back to me, Tony.
Got you. I'll go talk to my guys about it.
See you later.
See ya.
We got more Gwynn and Chris coming up, actually, and we have about an hour to go for us to figure it all out here on 97.3 The Fan.
The biggest
Short show today. Short segments as part of the short show. Coming up on Monday, just a little heads up out there. The Dodgers make their first visit to Petco Park Monday through Wednesday next week. Limited tickets are still available. Do not let Dodger fans take over Petco Park. That means if you are a Dodger fan listening to this, don't listen to this.
That's a good call.
Yes, only Padre fans listen to this. Get your tickets today at padres.com/tickets. I did see where the Knicks, after sweeping away the Sixers the other night, many of their players pointed out after the game, like, whatever happened to the great Philadelphia fans? Because there were more Knick fans apparently in Philly for the clinching game than Philadelphia fans. Tyrese Maxey of the 76ers was like, wow, that sucked. Like, we were getting
a Phillies game going on.
I just think that the Philly fans are, they give up. I mean, the team was down 3-0. They said, forget it. The Knicks fans drove down there and took over the arena for the clinching game 4, and the Knicks ended up winning that game by like 40 points. Anyway, it's no fun when others come in and make a bunch of noise in your stadium. Tonight, the Padres are in Milwaukee. Bradley Rodriguez, for the second time, will be the opener ahead of Matt Waldron. And you know how we say the Padres always seem to make mediocre pitchers look good? Well, that theory will be put to the test tonight because they're going up against a young guy who has been so far nothing but very mediocre. Brandon Sproat is making his 10th major league start last year and this year. He's yet to win any of them. And he has an ERA up around 5 and a whip of 1.5.
Oh, you know what that means, Chris.
That's what
we're in for a 2-hit, 1-0 game.
7 innings, 2 hits. Yeah, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts.
I definitely hate facing pitchers that are new or bad.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because we're going to put that theory to the test tonight. And I'd love to see the Padres start swinging the bats. They're 27th in OPS, and they're actually tied. So they're only ahead of 2 teams in OPS, but in late and close situations, which we brought up in the past, they are 3rd best in OPS. So they are really dangerous from the 7th inning on. I mean, those are shouldn't even need to hear the stats to know that, because it's been happening all year. And let's hope it doesn't happen tonight. Let's get ahead.
I agree.
5-1 in the early going. But when's the last time that happened?
It seems like it's been a while.
Jumped out to an early lead and, kind of had an easy one.
The Padres, I was reading this earlier today and I had to get the number, but they are just destroying their opponents in the 9th inning. They've scored 28 runs to like 1 or 2. That's
Seventh inning on,
but like
man.
9th inning, because someone keeps telling me, one of my friends keeps telling me, they cannot keep doing this. I understand they cannot keep doing this, but if they're winning, I'm going to accept it.
Your friend says the same thing that every expert is saying, and guess what? So far, every expert is wrong.
That's
because
true.
They've been doing it for 40 games.
Yeah,
not like they've done it for a week. They've been doing it the whole season.
Like the comeback nature of this team, I think is the truth.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
We've seen it enough to know that it's probably real. The other thing that the experts say, I don't know why I'm going down this road again, but the other thing the experts say is, Fernando Tatis Jr. hits the ball too hard to keep slumping.
They do say that.
And he's still 7th in hard hit rate. So again, I'm going to throw another analytic. You know it. You can read it like I can. 7th best in hitting the ball hard. Still hitting around 240. So How much longer does that hold up? Where we say, well, he just keeps hitting the ball hard, he's going to start getting hits. Not really. Or at least not yet.
It has not happened yet. But it is really strange.
I agree.
Because you would think that some of these would
find a home.
In.
Yeah, well, the one that fell in over the weekend was probably the softest ball he hit.
And with the biggest launch angle.
And that was the biggest. Yeah, right. Thank God. And it had the bloop down the line and 2 runs scored, and they won the game on it. So All right, let's go into a couple of things going on elsewhere in sports. We don't have a whole bunch of time today. Skraby's put a little potpourri together. Didn't get to discuss it with Tony, but his Lakers are indeed through. They gave it an effort last night, which is all you can ask, I think, when you're outmanned.
Yeah.
They had a lead there at the end. Oklahoma City throws the ball under the basket. It's lying on the floor. And Chet Holmgren pulls it out of the pack and dunks it. I don't know. You used to dive on the floor for this thing. This is like your season is at stake.
I thought about it too, Chris.
I don't get it. Your season is at stake, and you let the guy pick up the ball off the floor and dunk it.
What does that tell you? Subconsciously, they wanted to go home?
No, I don't. I guess I just don't understand the effort sometimes. You're going to say, well, you're an old school guy.
No, I agree.
I don't mind being old school. If effort is an old school thing, then I'll be old school.
Effort will never be an old school thing for me.
Yeah, I don't know why. And the other thing, the criticism at the end, the Lakers, after LeBron missed the potential go-ahead basket, which people are calling the final shot of his career. We'll see how that plays out. But then OKC hit the free throw. So now it's a 3-point game. 8-9 seconds left. Lakers inbound. Their best 3-point shooter, Rui Hachimura, was on the bench. Wasn't even in the game. They took him out for that sequence. And people are trying to defend it and say, well, they brought in some guy, and I forget which player it was. They brought in a guy off the bench who's really good at setting a screen.
Oh, great.
So they wanted him to set a screen and get Reeves open, which is what the play was. Although I didn't see a screen getting Reeves open. I saw him dribble himself open.
How many times have they substituted a guy because he's a good screen guy?
Well, look, if he sets a screen and the guy gets a wide open shot, then
it works.
I'm like, okay, but I didn't see him set any screen at all. I saw Reeves catch the pass, dribble, and then pull up from 25 feet and went in and out. But why would Hachimura not be in? He's your best. If nothing else, they would have had to guard him. Might open it up something else.
Yeah, if you're putting a guy on the floor to do screens, you don't have to cover him.
Sounds to me like you outthought yourself there if you're the Lakers.
Maybe a little bit.
But Oklahoma City, they didn't win last night. They would have won the next game. And the, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his chicken wing move on to the third round. Even Dwayne Wade had a whole diatribe about the chicken wing last night. Tried to make it kind of comical about, you got to, deal with the chicken wing and eat the chicken wing, whatever. But Dwayne Wade, did not want to be critical of it. But they showed it with the arm comes out and how he creates that space.
So he was playing the middle.
I don't know what Dwayne Wade was. I think he was trying to make us feel like it's okay.
Oh.
But it is okay because the rules and the refs don't call it.
Wow.
I think they should call it. That's my thinking on it. If they ever start calling it, SGA's offensive skills are going to diminish. But OKC moves on. What else you got on the potpourri?
Yes. Let's go with John Smoltz. Bobby Cox passed away the other day. I read this Athletic article. I thought it was really great. But he basically set up what Bobby Cox's 3 rules were once you joined his team.
Okay.
And John Smoltz said 3 simple rules. 1, wear your hat right. Don't cover up the A on the front. That's 1.
Okay, wait, stop there.
Okay.
Wear your hat right. Does that mean Ken Griffey Jr. could not have played for the Braves?
It sounds like that.
Because Ken Griffey Jr. always wore his hat backwards. Is that right?
During warm-ups and stuff, yeah, I think you're right. I think
So
you
Griffey
always
Jr.
have to have it
to...
forward. You have
and
to
what does it mean,
respect the
don't
brand.
cover up the A? Whoever covered...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I'm not sure about that. So that was the first rule. Second rule, show up on time.
Yeah.
This one is a great rule.
Well, everybody has the rule. Not a lot of people actually put it into practice.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if Bob Melvin had that rule, Juan Soto never followed it.
Maybe he had the rule, Juan Soto just broke it every time.
Yeah.
The third one, and this one I think would be a really hard sell in this day and age, but it's no music in the clubhouse, bus, or plane. Wear your headphones.
So you can have music as long as we don't all have to listen to it.
Yes, but I feel like that would be a hard sell to the clubhouse.
I don't think it would be a hard sell at all. I think it's what he's basically saying there is be respectful of your teammates. We don't all want to hear your music. You don't want to hear my Barry Manilow. I don't want to hear your
But if
name
it's your
the
day,
group.
your music day, you could play
What
the Barry
music
Manilow.
day? There is in Bobby Cox's world. There was no music day.
Well, that's true.
There's no music playing in the clubhouse.
That is very true.
The thing that Bobby Cox was stopping by doing that, Tony would be better to tell you, but probably more fights take place on a bus or in a clubhouse over music choices than anything else.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
Because they didn't always had headphones.
No.
I mean, go back 30, 40 years, that music had to be blaring in the clubhouse because you couldn't listen to your own.
Yeah. No,
Bobby Cox is just saying be respectful to your team. I think that's a very good rule, and I think it would work in this day and age. Blare whatever you want as long as you're the one that listens to it.
Every time I go into the Padres clubhouse, there's music, but I think that they have some sort of system for the music.
I imagine they do. I would imagine there's probably guys in there that, if truth be told, probably don't like the selections that are playing. And then there are probably. A bunch of guys that think that that's exactly what should be playing. I think it'd be interesting to actually
test it out and see what happened.
Well, I delve into this. Who is the number one music decider in the Padre clubhouse? Who's number two? And does number 25 on the list ever get a say?
It's like Bryce Johnson or something.
Does Bryce Johnson just have to go with whatever they say?
Something tells me that Manny controls the music.
I don't know. I have no idea. I think that's,
Yeah, Chris is saying they name a player to play in the clubhouse. That's what we saw someone DJing.
So they
in
name
the
a player every day?
I assume
I don't know. All right. Anyway,
I need to. You know what? I need to find this out more. I'm gonna go try to dig into that.
Dig into a little.
Here's the last thing John Smoltz said about Bobby Cox. He said these rules are so simple that sometimes you question whether they were stern enough, but they were so effective because there was no BS around them. There was no reading between the lines. Basically, what he was telling you was, guys, I'm not asking you to do a million different things. Just work and play and be prepared.
It can be paralysis by analysis if you're going to give everybody a bunch of rules.
Yeah.
Absolutely for sure. Bobby Cox, simple, direct, and he got the job done. But you know what the main reason why Bobby Cox was a great manager? The main reason, not even close.
Because he got ejected 162 times?
No. He had Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine. He had 3 Hall of Fame pitchers on his staff. Bobby Cox also managed the Blue Jays before the Braves. He was okay. He was not Bobby Cox.
I didn't realize that, actually.
Didn't have those guys when he was with the Blue Jays. Great players still make great managers, ultimately.
Yeah.
I got a couple of quick things. I played golf today, and I thought back to the very first time I ever picked up a golf club. And I don't know how I remember this, but my mom was serving as kind of a, hostess for this golf tournament.
Okay.
Out in Palm Springs, and it was kind of a celebrity one, and they had a bunch of athletes participating. This is in the 70s. I mean, we're going back, I was 9 years old, maybe 10 years old.
This is awesome.
And my mom, brought me, and I was riding around in the cart with some of these celebrities, and one of the athletes was out in the fairway or somewhere and handed me his club and said, "Here, you hit one."
Wow. That's actually really cool as a little kid.
Yeah, and this guy was a starting quarterback in the National Football League at the time he handed me this club, and I thought, man, this is sweet. That man's name was Craig Morton. He passed away today. Former Cowboys quarterback, and also then quarterbacked the Broncos against the Cowboys in a Super Bowl back in the 1970s. He was the guy that Roger Staubach kind of displaced there in the early 70s. But Craig Morton was a pretty good country quarterback, also played for the Giants. He passed today. So thoughts there. And this was really a tough story. I don't know if you saw this, Skraby. Brandon Clark, 29 years old, a forward for the Memphis Grizzlies, died today. And again, 29 years old. Neither the Grizzlies nor his agency providing any details about this, but LAPD sources have confirmed to ABC anyway, fake news, some people say, but I think real on this occasion, that he was found dead from a possible drug overdose. So sad. Heartbreaking. 29 years old.
It just, again, proves, I don't know the circumstances.
It
just proves to me that drugs are bad, Chris.
For the most part.
It proves to me for the 1 billionth time why drugs are bad.
Yeah, a couple of quick baseball notes to catch you up on. Alec Thomas was DFA'd by the D-backs.
Yeah.
He didn't go too far, though.
Nope.
The Dodgers acquired him in trade today. Don't we just know that Alec Thomas is going to find whatever's been missing for the last couple of years?
I mean, I
now
like
that he's
Alec
with the
Thomas.
Dodgers. I like him too, but I mean, the Diamondbacks got tired of him. He's hitting 180. I mean,
And they
he
can't
just
really
was-
afford to part with anyone playing well.
But the Dodgers pick him up. The Mets are calling up a big prospect, A.J. Ewing, outfielder. Going to hope that he can change their fortunes around. Christian Yelich is coming back to the Brewers. Oh, isn't that
Yeah,
great timing?
It's great.
Yeah, he's missed the last month with an adductor strain.
Why couldn't you miss a couple more days?
He's not going to. He is. I haven't seen their lineup tonight, but I'm assuming he
Let me
will
go
be
look.
in the lineup tonight as he has been activated. And outfielder Tyler Black has been optioned back to AAA. Nashville
I have
for
some,
the Brew Crew.
I have some NFL notes if you would like.
Given
We're
to me.
finding out more about which game or which teams are going to be playing on what days to start the season, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to face the Giants in Week 1. We told you that about Sunday Night Football, but the Kansas City Chiefs are going to host the Denver Broncos for the first Monday Night Football game of the year,
Right.
and then in Madrid, the Bengals and the Falcons are going to play in Spain on November 8th. So they have announced all this. Also, I believe you said this yesterday, the Cowboys and Eagles are going to play on Thanksgiving.
Boy, we always send
All of the rest of the games are going to be released Thursday.
we like to try to send those people in Madrid our best and brightest. So,
I like the Bengals, but the Falcons is
well, they get Tua maybe in a
they get Tua.
in a late season game. I think you brought up something interesting yesterday because we're still waiting to see who the very first game of the year will be. And of course, the tradition of it is that the Super Bowl champ gets to host the first game. And this year it's on a Wednesday because of the Brazil game
Or
on
Australia.
game, I'm sorry, between the 49ers and Rams, right?
Yes.
Second game on Thursday that week. So the Seahawks are going to open the season on a Wednesday. The question is, who is going to be their opponent? We are down to the Bears, the Cardinals, the Chargers, or a title game rematch with the Patriots. The game has got to be the Bears. It can't be the Patriots. The NFL would not be that stupid, I don't think,
Well,
to
they're
put
gonna
Mike
love that.
Vrabel in their very first game of the year.
They might just love that.
I don't
Chris.
think they would.
I don't think they would do
even
that
the
to him either.
NFL understands that is too hot of a subject to touch and, put front and center to begin the year. But that hasn't been announced yet.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So we'll wait for the whole NFL schedule, but it always, as usual, it's leaking out. More Gwynn and Chris, a little daily gambit.
It's Ben and Woods. We love.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello! Eric, how you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. There's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What do you think of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm
that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
are
to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh?
Are you a baseball player?
I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, that's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What do you think of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm
that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm
where
going
are
to
you
go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So
Minutes away from Sam Levitt and the Padre pregame show. Padres, Brewers. I think the Padres won 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee last year. Brewers ended up with the best record in all of Major League Baseball. A lot of good that did them when they played the Dodgers in the NLCS.
They
I don't
looked
think
like
they
were terrible.
I don't think they scored a run hardly in that series.
That was a
They got
bad
swept very, very quickly. They do have arguably the best manager in the game, Pat Murphy, who was, yeah, that's right, Padres interim manager for, I guess it was a couple of months. When Bud Black was let go from here before he went to Colorado, Pat Murphy was the interim manager here. And
You just activated a few people out there who are like, that's why the Padres should have him.
right, we should still have him. Well, the Brewers have him, and he's won 2 straight manager of the years for the Brew Crew. Christian Yelich is back for the Brewers, activated, and Skraby said batting third,
Yes.
I believe.
Their
in
order
the DH role.
is Turang, Churio, Yelich, Contreras, Bowers, Mitchell, Frelick, Hamilton, Ortiz, and then Sproat.
The guy that you have to watch here is Turang.
Yes.
He started off as only a stolen base guy and then all of a sudden just got strong or whatever happened.
And learn how to hit.
Right. But I mean, yeah. He's a second baseman. You look at him and then you look at Fernando playing on the other side at second base. The physical difference of the two guys is striking.
Yes.
But Terang is hitting the ball 450 feet.
He's very good.
On a consistent basis. Good game tonight. Sammy's got the pregame. Bradley Rodriguez will be the opener. Let's see if it works again. Because I still always question the strategy.
I mean, you just got to run it back once it works so well, right?
Yes, it was perfect last time. Waldron pitched innings 2 through 6.
Yep.
And then you set it down for Morejon and Adam and Mason Miller.
Which I still don't understand how it helps, but if it helps, it helps.
It helps. But if it doesn't work, we'll see. And can the Padres do anything against a second-year young right-hander who has never won a game and has a career ERA around 5?
Is it
because we know that the Padres are just gonna be flailing away. Oh my goodness! Well, the guy pitched great. We'll hear this after the game. He was incredible. He was throwing, like every Tom, Dick, and Harry who picks up a baseball seems to be able to go 6 shutties against the Padres.
It does feel like that.
It really does.
You can't let a guy named Sproat beat you.
The good news is Sproat, even if he pitched 6 no-hit innings, he'll probably come out of the game. And then, you get the 7th, 8th, 9th in the bullpen and Padres, go to town. So
let's hope.
But there's one other strange statistical note on the Brewers, and I want to double check it before I give this. But last I checked, and so I'm trying to get to this as fast as I can, they have a left-handed reliever named Ashby. Okay.
Yes.
I think it's Aaron Ashby.
Yes.
I don't believe he's any relation to our old
I think
guy
he is.
here. Andy Ashby, related to him?
I thought so.
Really?
Yeah.
Look that up then. I didn't know they were. I really had not heard they were related. But if they are, look that up for me, please.
I'm doing it.
But here's the reason I bring up Aaron Ashby. He has pitched 26 innings this year.
He's the nephew.
He is okay.
The only reason I remember that is because his uncle was at one of the games and I was watching the game.
Okay, so he is a nephew of Andy Ashby. Okay, well, I stand corrected on that. But here's where we already know I don't know anything about baseball, so it's not surprising that I wouldn't have had that.
I was drinking water.
It's not surprising that I wouldn't have had that factoid, right there. But here's what I do know. Aaron Ashby leads all of Major League Baseball with 7 wins this year. Out of the bullpen only. He's 7-0. So whenever he comes into a game, apparently the Brewers then score and take the lead. Something to keep an eye on. This guy has a 1.3 whip, which isn't great. Got a fairly good ERA, 2.08, but 7-0. It's the only pitcher in baseball with 7 wins. And he hasn't started a game all year.
I think he started when he first got called up.
No, he started one game as an opener, but he's not a starting pitcher.
I think they've transitioned. I thought maybe he was a starter in the beginning and then they transitioned to a bullpen guy, but I'm not.
All I know is that he's the luckiest pitcher in the league. So keep an eye out for that.
That's pretty good. 7-0.
7-0. All right, here we go with the Daily Gambit stuff.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how.
You know what Aaron Ashby and Bradley Rodriguez have in common?
They both wear glasses.
They do. They wear those wraparound glasses.
Yes. Zach Gallen does too. Rex specs.
I don't like them. Is it okay if I say that? I don't think they look good.
You can say that, but they can't see without them. So
They can't put contacts in and just look a little more handsome out there?
I can't wear
I don't know. I think the rec, is that what they call those rec specs?
Well, back in the day when you remember when you had the band that went around your head?
All the way around. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those. I guess that's just my own personal taste.
But if they can't see, then I understand it.
Okay, fair enough. Eric Gagne wore the rec specs back in the day, and I didn't like the way he looked. So maybe it stems from that.
Maybe. OKC minus 12.5 last night. We all went Lakers. OKC wins 115-110. Now, I checked in on this game with about 9 minutes left, and the Lakers were winning.
Yeah, they gave him a game. They really did. They gave him a game. As we discussed earlier, OKC, Holmgren picks the ball up off the floor and dunks it to win the game. I don't know why no Laker was on the floor, but that's neither here nor there.
They're like,
their season's over now.
Get this ball or go home.
And the question, the big one is, will LeBron come back? I think he's leaning in that direction.
Yeah.
Although people are saying, he missed his last shot, which he tried to put the Lakers ahead.
Bet you if he he missed his last. I see.
Yes, if that was indeed his last shot.
All right, well.
OKC goes on, and the whole country will become either a San Antonio or Minnesota fan in the next round.
I'm a Minnesota fan.
I like them, too. I do. I like them to play Game 5 tonight against the Spurs.
Yes, Cleveland minus 3.5 last night against Pistons. You guys went Cleveland. I went Detroit.
By the way, there was something historic in that game.
Oh, Cleveland won 12-103.
Donovan Mitchell tied the all-time playoff record for points in one half. That's pretty good.
How many did he have?
39 in the second half.
He only scored 4 points in the first half?
Correct. He had 4 points at halftime. He scored 39 in the second half, and he missed a late free throw, which would have given him 40. He would have been the only player ever to get 40 in one half.
Jeez.
I mean, Wilt played in the playoffs. Jordan played in the playoffs, right? There's Bird. There's been a lot of guys that played in the playoffs. No one has ever had a 40-point half, and he almost had one. I look at the game. I watched some of it. Detroit was leading at halftime. Cleveland came out. They said, we're going to get Mitchell going in the second half, and he scored 8 quick points. He went boom, 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 three-pointer, whatever. The whole second half went by, and not once did Detroit double-team Donovan Mitchell. Remember we already discussed, I know nothing about sports, but that just seems so obvious to me. The guy was unstoppable. Like 39 points in one half. Try something. Put a double team, anything. The coach is just over there calling timeout because Donovan Mitchell just scored 12 more straight points. How about changing it up?
That does seem kind of
What do
weird.
I know, though? So, anyway, 2-2 in that series.
The next one, SGA. Who had more points? SGA or Cade Cunningham? SGA minus 2. He had 35 minus that 233. Cunningham had 19. We all went Cunningham.
Yeah, because we were rooting against SGA there.
Colorado minus 1.5 at Minnesota. And you guys went Avalanche. I went Minnesota Wild. Avalanche went 5-2.
But it was 3-2 in the final 30 seconds.
Oh, they had 2
empty
goals?
net goals.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Beat the spread.
Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, it is.
Dodgers minus 1.5 at Giants at the Dodgers, but the Dodgers were minus 1.5 on the run line. You guys went Giants, I went Dodgers. Giants went 9-3, over under 9 runs in that game total. Chris and I went under. Tony went over.
Shocked. The Giants got 9 themselves.
You know what? I know that Tony has spent his entire life around baseball, and he just has different instincts about baseball, but it really does annoy me
that he gets that stuff right
all the time.
Yeah, he was 5-1 last night. I was 4-2. You were not good.
No.
All right, real quick for tonight's games, the Brewers and the Padres, 9 runs over under in Milwaukee. I mean, we're talking about, the Padres offense, one of the worst in baseball. Milwaukee's isn't a whole lot ahead of that, but I don't know what to do here. Every time you keep saying to yourself, tonight's the night.
I know.
And they're facing a no-name pitcher who they will always struggle against. I'll say over. Come on, they got to do it.
I mean,
that doesn't mean they can lose 10-0. I mean, the Padres got to score some runs.
They would have been shut out on Sunday without a final, last gasp pitch
Yeah.
Boom. Nick Castellanos puts him ahead. I'm going to go. What did you end up going?
I took over.
I'm going to go under.
All right. Paul Skeens, 7.5 strikeouts against the Rocks in Pittsburgh.
Over.
The Rock, it's not just an over because of Skeens. It's an over because the Rockies swing and miss all the time. All right, I put this one in just for you, Skraby. Cal Raleigh tonight. Over under a half a hit. Why is that a bet tonight? Because Cal Raleigh hasn't had a hit since April 27th. It is now May 12th.
Yeah.
He's on a half a month, and he's in an 0 for 36 slump. That's about as bad as it gets. I think the all-time record is the old Oriole Crash Davis.
I remember
him?
this.
I think he went 0 for 52 or 3. This is Cal Raleigh, a guy who had 60 home runs last year. He's got 0 for 36 going. Does he get a hit tonight against the Astros? I'm first. Hell no, he doesn't. I'm going to say under a half a hit. Keep it going, Cal.
Keep it going.
I'm like, yeah, I don't care if he ever gets a hit.
I'm going to give him a hit tonight.
You're giving a hit tonight.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of like with Fernando, misery loves company. I like to see somebody else is struggling too. The big game in baseball tonight for the rest of the world is Cubs-Braves. You can get a better matchup than that. Got the two best records in all of baseball, don't you? Actually, no, Tampa Bay snuck ahead of the Cubs, but you get the idea. Atlanta's 28-13, Cubs are 27-14. Cubs are on the road, but they're favored by 1.5 runs. I think that has to do with the pitching matchup. Skraby.
I mean, Cubs are on a roll.
They are, but they've lost 2 in a row.
Braves are at home.
Yes, they are.
I'm going to go Braves.
I think you got to go with the Bravos.
The who's?
The Bravos. Spurs are 9.5 over Minnesota. I think, San Antonio really is talented. They really are. Watching them the other night, they are real good. There's young guys. Minnesota does a great job, though, of using their experience and staying in the game. I think tonight, though, the Spurs are going to just have a romp. Game 5, I go Spurs, -9.5. How about you?
I don't know who wins, but I'll take T-Wolves to keep it close.
T-Wolves. Wemby -1 point against Ant. Man. How does Wembanyama come out tonight after what happened the other night?
I think he goes elbows flying everywhere.
I don't think he does that.
Just elbows everywhere.
The thing is he's got to be careful because if he's not aggressive and really into it, he won't play well.
No.
He can't just go out there and say, well, I don't want to touch anybody.
And those guys are going to bait him.
Maybe those guys won't, but Jaden McDaniel will.
Oh, yes, he will.
He will be right in his grill. Elbows? Hey, Wemby, elbow, Wemby, elbow.
Kalos has a good thing about Cal Raleigh. It's the WBC no handshake curse for Cal.
Hey, we can buy that.
I'm going to go with Ant-Man.
You going with Ant-Man here? I really love the Ant-Man. He's a gamer. And you know what, Ant-Man? I'll take Wemby, though, tonight. The other thing I like about Ant-Man, too, he's kind of a dummy out there. He makes some really bad plays, and then after the game, they'll talk to him and they go, "What? How was your game?" He goes, "I made some really dumb plays out there. I'm glad we won."
Yeah, I'm all good with that.
He's okay with that. He knows that's part of his game is to do stuff that's not great. All right, one more hockey night. Got the Ducks at Vegas.
Quack.
Pivotal game 5. They're tied at 2. Of course, I'm going to stick with the Ducks.
Who's got the spread? Knights, Golden Knights.
Yeah, Golden Knights by 1.5.
I'm going to go Quacks.
Come on, Ducks. Keep us alive in the hockey season. Because if the Ducks go out, right, we're not going to be following it at all. So
they might as well move out of Anaheim.
Joel Quenneville, man, don't ever give up on that guy. He's a great coach. We'll take a break and then come back to wrap things up ahead of Sam's pregame on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855, get Ross Traffic.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity. And it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would
be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wear your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh,
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well,
Like, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down.
gosh.
And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew
Said,
what time
"Did you
it was.
visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
Oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any
bank.
job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
this was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson
As
thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
Yeah,
that's
that
our
window.
guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw
It's
and how
diabolical.
much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
Ooh, 2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble, or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
all of them get in trouble
Yeah.
for selling information, but
Hiring folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going
Just
on.
curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under
I
these
don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
No, Skraby, we didn't. We didn't do it.
Really?
okay.
Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information? That's unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in
Only
trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Skraby.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
how long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
in hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to miss.
And then
What did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro.
Yeah.
I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
The original 5,000 in hundreds.
yeah, well, he kept going like that. And then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And
How
then at
much
the end
did
of the
he get from
day,
you?
$3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got
See,
$3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really.
I'm
easy.
not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I
a
was
mark.
actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
and that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years and never had 0 taken.
Scrap, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
That was one of the worst moments of my life. But you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
looking up their account number.
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation?
I know Paul Skeens is all that. Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. 3:22 is the time. We're about 10 minutes away from Sam Levitt's Padre pregame show. Headline in MLB.com right at the top of the page today. Basically predicting that Paul Skeens will just throw a perfect game tonight against the Rockies.
What?
You know, it's really he had a perfect game bid last time out, right?
Oh, so they're just putting
against
two and two
Arizona.
together. Oh,
right. He took it into the fifth inning. I don't even know that counts.
There was a whole thing about this. Like, one of the big baseball accounts tweeted out, "Oh, he lost his perfect game," and it's like, what?
You know who else took a perfect game into the fifth inning recently?
Who?
Walker Buehler. Didn't he have 11 or 12 in a row the other day? I mean, fifth inning, big deal. You know, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
But anyway, last time Paul Skeens faced the Rockies, he didn't allow anything or something in 12 innings, and so they're just assuming tonight he'll pitch a perfect game. So good call. We'll see if it works out.
That is a lot.
It's a lot to ask, actually.
I like how, okay, so MLB, we've always talked about how they do not market their stars well enough, but they do it the wrong way. They push their stars on us too much.
Yeah, I get you.
It's like Shohei is hitting terribly, as we've talked about, but he threw a pitch last week. The Jose Altuve swung outside the zone, and they push notification to everyone saying, look at this pitch of Shohei, and they lost the game. Like, I didn't need to see that.
Ohtani's on the list, man, of guys that are really struggling. It's a long list. Do you know it's a month away, Skraby? We got a few minutes. Mark Ziegler wrote really a good article, as he always does. It was in the paper yesterday. And we're 1 month away from the start of the biggest sporting event in the world.
The World Cup.
Yeah, and it just doesn't seem like it. There's no buzz of any kind. And it's happening. Many matches will be taking place less than 100 miles from where you and I now sit.
Yeah. SoFi
Stadium, I believe, is hosting 7 or 8 matches.
Yep.
And I guess, you know, the World Cup is doing a similar to the NCAA basketball tournament. The World Cup is now 64 teams. Sorry. No, it's 64, yeah.
What?
No, it's at 48, and they want to go to 64.
Oh, I was going to say, that seems like a lot of teams.
But it had been at 32 forever.
Yes, it has.
Okay, so this year went to 48. Basically what that means, there's 16 more teams, duh. But that means there's one team in each group that probably shouldn't be in the tournament. And there's going to be a lot of first-round matchups. Ziegler writes stuff like Brazil against Haiti, Germany against Curacao, France versus Iraq. I'm not trying to take shots at these smaller countries. I just evidently they don't have the same soccer, background as some of these powerhouses. And so a lot of people are saying that the World Cup, even though it starts in a month, it's not going to really start until you get down to like the final 16 teams, because they're just wasting our time with crappy teams getting knocked out in the first couple of rounds.
Augie says 48 teams and Italy still didn't make it.
And Italy's still not in. Yeah, that's a good one. So the tournament starts now. We're going to have matches in San Diego at Snapdragon Stadium that are preliminary warm-up practice matches. So you can go out and see a couple of the teams at SoFi Stadium. But you're probably not going to want to do it because the tickets are ridiculously expensive, even for those matches.
For not friendlies, but you know what I'm saying.
These are well, they basically are. They're
glorified. They mean something.
They're
guess.
glorified. No, they're glorified friendlies. They don't mean anything. Switzerland is going to be here. Colombia is going to be here. Jordan, not Michael, but the country. And Ticketmaster is charging minimum $65 plus $20 in fees. That's for a friendly match between teams that aren't really contenders. $85.
That doesn't seem
minimum.
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 Okay. All right. I thought that was maximum.
Now, when you get to some of the real tickets for some of the big matches, U.S. opener against Paraguay. It's June 12th. That's a month from today. You want to go see the U.S.? Of course you do. You're right. You're
USA.
Right.
I want to
You're
paint my face like an American flag.
Yeah, you want to dress up. You're going to paint your face. You're set to go.
I'm going to bring a bald eagle with me.
You better not. It may cost to get him in the
oh, that's true. I don't have money
into the match. Here we go. There are tickets, plenty of them, Ziegler says, open. SoFi Stadium, right? We can all go 100 miles away, 90 miles away.
And only for the low price.
To be part of history. For the low price, corner section, far upper deck at SoFi. You know where that is, Skraby? You've been to SoFi.
Yes, I have.
Like, that is way off the field.
Yep, it is. You're above the scoreboard.
Above the scoreboard in the corners.
You have an obstructed view of the field because the scoreboard hangs over the field.
$1,120 a ticket. And apparently when the World Cup was here in 1994 in the U.S., remember they were at the Rose Bowl, a whole bunch of it. Tickets averaged then $58. They're going for $1,100 now. Ziegler says that the equivalent of today's dollars, those would have been $129. So instead of $129, you're paying $1,100 now. And what FIFA's doing is they're trying to make the tickets available a few at a time to make it seem like there's a big demand for them. But apparently there's not a big demand for them. And this is kind of the big deal that's going on right now. With a month to go, are people going to go to the World Cup? Are they going to give in and pay what FIFA wants, or is FIFA going to have to drastically drop the prices between now and the beginning of the World Cup? And I guess we're doing a pretty good job as fans of holding out, not paying these prices. So we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
I think FIFA has greed just completely become something you're not ashamed of anymore.
It's one of the 7 deadly sins.
It is.
Greed is, I would put it almost at the top of the list.
That's what I called this, because if tickets in 1994 put into today's dollars are $120-something,
and now it's $1,100.
That's not even close.
Not even close.
And the only reason they're doing is because they want to make all the money they can. I understand business is about making money.
Yes,
but it's also you're providing a service. You need to let people enjoy your service.
Well, luckily, so far, the people aren't enjoying it, and they're not buying it.
I like this.
Hotels are saying that they're half empty.
Yes.
Because they're charging ridiculous rates for rooms.
And FIFA's been canceling room blocks because they can't fill them.
Right. And remember when we heard about the ride from Manhattan, 18 miles out to we have to call it the New Jersey, New York Stadium. We can't call it MetLife Stadium.
The Arrowhead had to literally remove the things on the outside of the stadium that said GEHA Field.
I know. Yeah, the FIFA's making them take all the MetLife signs down. But the ride that normally costs $12, $150 ride from Manhattan out to the game, the fans did complain loudly enough.
They did.
To where it has been lowered from $150 to $105. That's still 7 times the normal rate of $12.
I am proud of the people, though.
Well, thank you, but some small concession. You can ride out to the game for $105. So you, me, and your Eagle who ride out to MetLife, that's 300 and something bucks. And
what if we flew on the Eagle?
I guess. And don't think that you can park anywhere nearby. According to Ziegler's article, a FIFA-sanctioned parking lot at SoFi for U.S. Paraguay, it's a 1 mile walk to the stadium, which isn't bad if you've ever been to SoFi. Yeah. You pretty much got to walk a mile to get, very few parking right there.
It's literally in the middle of the neighborhood.
Right, so you're going to probably walk a mile anyway. But sanctioned by FIFA for the U.S. Paraguay match, parking in that lot, $300.
Oh, my goodness.
And Ziegler says, is anybody actually going to pay that? We'll find out.
That, again, with the greed thing, just because you could charge $300 doesn't mean you should.
I didn't say you should. I don't want to make it sound like I'm anti-soccer because I get all the soccer people mad.
You're anti-FIFA.
But I'm anti-FIFA coming in, to our country, but any country. And
we kind of invited them.
Well, that's a whole nother subject that I'm not going to get into, but they're here and the matches are here and they are sticking it to, U.S. fans and anybody else who wants to travel from their home country to see their teams play. It's shameful.
It is.
And
shameful.
I hope that we're able to get the message back to FIFA that it's an old line from a classic movie named Network back in the 70s, but the line was, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. And that's kind of where we have to be.
Yeah.
We have to say we're just not going to take it anymore. Otherwise, they're going to keep doing stuff like this. The Olympics are trying to do the very same thing. If you're wondering about trying to go to that. Remember I went on there for, what was it, two tickets to go see one day at the track and field on a Wednesday morning. So it wasn't like the finals. It was going to cost Lori and I $1,000 for two. And we just are saying we can't. Okay, we could, but this is stupid. It seems absurd.
I did read a rumor that FIFA has been trying to bank on the Americans being dumb enough to pay all their high prices.
Well, we'll find out.
It sounds like some people aren't, and keep doing that. Because we do not need to pay these prices.
It's the only way we're going to get it changed a little bit. So, all right, enjoy baseball tonight.
The president of the United States said he wouldn't even pay $1,000 to go see a game.
It's in the article. Donald Trump said, I wouldn't pay it either, to be honest with you.
If the president say that, then you shouldn't be paying for it.
And he was the one who begged it to come here.
That's true.
All right, Sam Levitt coming up. Padres, Brewers. We're back tomorrow at 2.